Hello, in this video we're going to be looking at data types in Python. So data types is essentially a way in which data is categorized or grouped. So we'll have the numeric type, we'll have the Boolean type, we'll have the strings, and we'll have the collections or sequences. So let's start with the numeric type. So looking at the name numeric type, this is more or less like numbers. So basically have three types of data that fall into this category. We'll have the integers, we'll have the floats, and we'll have the complex numbers. So integers are whole numbers. These are numbers that do not have decimal places. It could be negative, it could be positive. So numbers like 1, 100, or -5, these are integers. There are no decimal points in the number. Then the floats. Floats are numbers that have decimal places. Something like maybe 0.05, this is a float. We'll have 5.2, this is a float. And we'll have -1.1, this is a float. And then we'll talk about the complex numbers. Complex numbers are numbers that have the real and imaginary parts. Something like maybe 1 plus 5j is a complex number. The 1 is the real part, while the 5j is the imaginary parts. Then we'll look at the Boolean types. So when we say Boolean types, we're talking about two possible values, which is true or false. So true is a Boolean type and false is a Boolean type. So keep in mind that for this true, the T is in capital letter while the F is in capital letter. If you write it otherwise, something like this, then you are not actually making reference to a Boolean type. So the Boolean true is capital T. Then we'll look at strings. So basically, strings is a collection of characters. It's actually a textual data. For instance, if I have something like name is equal to, and I say hello, this is a string. A string is any piece of text that is enclosed inside of a quotation mark. You can decide to use single quotation mark. You can decide to use double quotation mark. I can also say name is equal to, and this time around I'm using double quotation mark. So now we'll look at collections or sequences. So when we say collections or sequences, we're basically talking about things like lists, we're talking about things like tuples, we have sets, we have dictionaries, and so on. In fact, strings are also considered to be sequences since it's a collection of characters.